friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. If you're new here, my name is Brenda. I'm so happy to have you here, and if you're returning, I am excited to have you here as well. Today I'm participating in the Power Up Collab. I'll let you know more about that in a few minutes, but if you're ready, I'm ready, so let's get to crafting. Okay, for this first DIY, I am using these clay. They're the lids, or the pieces that go underneath your planters. That wood charm from Dollar Tree, the wood round pieces from Dollar Tree. I got these. They're called traditional table legs from Home Depot, and I got those earlier this last year. So I start off by going in the garage. My husband is showing me how to make sure I have the right size bit to fit the screw that's on the bottom of those legs. And so once we've got the right bit, he's giving me instructions on how to put it into his drill. And right there, I'm having to make sure the opening gets bigger. Now I stick the bit in and hold on tight and turn it on, and it sucks in that little bit. So there we go. So just making sure it was in correctly. So here I am just going to make some holes in my wood rounds and in that wood charm so that we can screw those table legs right in to the bottoms. And he was helping me there. I didn't know exactly how far to go. He said you can like put tape on the end of your bit to kind of let you know where to stop it or mark it, but we just eyeballed it. So then once I was done, I just screwed this in tightly, and there it is. And I did the rest the same way, except for one of the small legs, we just pulled out the screw because I'm going to attach it to one of the taller ones, and that's what I'm doing here. I'm just using my super glue, wood glue that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm putting it on the top of one of the taller candlesticks here. And I'm sorry, my hand is kind of covering it all, but I used way too much glue because, as you see here, when I put this on, it just goes squirting out everywhere. So I clean it up, and then I set it aside to dry. So then I used my E6000. And I am going to put this on the top of each one of the candlesticks. And then I'm just going to use the bottom piece that goes to your clay planters. And I am just going to center it as best as I can and put it on the top of each one, just like you see me doing there. I didn't show this on here, but I did cover those holes with some spackling as well. Then I painted each one of those with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Elephant, and once they were dry, I take my Folk Art white wax and I just go over and do a big dry brushing all along the edges and some in the middle, but when you go over the edges like that, it just really makes it pop. And I absolutely love the way this came out. I think they are just gorgeous, and yeah, they're just beautiful. I love it. If you're new here, I just want to say welcome. I am so glad you joined us. If you like home decor on a budget, as well as holiday decor, thrift flips, gift ideas, and occasional Dollar Tree haul, then hit that subscribe button, become part of our family, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a video, which is usually on Wednesdays. Unless I am participating in a collaboration, there may be some extra videos for you. So once that was all done, as you can see, I did the tops and the bottoms as well. I took some jute rope. This I got from Walmart. And I'm just going to wrap some of that around the bottom and then tie a knot. And then I'm going to wrap it around the top and tie a knot. Now, this is optional, of course. If you don't like the more rustic look, you don't have to add the ribbon or the rope. You could use ribbon instead, or you could just leave it blank, or you could add some bling if you're more into that. This is just kind of for some inspiration, and this is what I really liked. So then I just took my lighter and I'm just going around and getting all the fuzzies off. Now, if you're scared of doing that, that's okay, but I was too. And then when I tried it, I made sure I had water next to me just in case, and it works great. So then here I am doing the top part, and I don't know if you can notice, but I did not get that top part on even when I glued the tops on, and then I left them overnight, and when I came in the next morning, I noticed that small one, it was so crooked, but well, that'll be the back part of it. You won't be able to notice, but there they are, and I just love them. I think they are beautiful, and I can't wait to put them up. You have to let me know what you think. Let me know if you think you like it with the jute rope there, or if you think I should just take it off and leave it without the rope. I'd love to see your comments on that. Okay, today's collaboration is called the Power Up Collab, and it is just a collaboration to help encourage you women to use power tools, and it is hosted by Sarah at Can Sarah DIY It and Robin at Crafts Unleashed by Robin. And this month they have a $50 Amazon gift card giveaway included, and all you have to do to be entered into the drawing is to watch each creator's video. They will each have a secret word for you to use inside your comment, and once you do that on each video, you will be entered into the drawing, which will take place a week from today. So make sure you check out the links to the playlist and the host in my description box below. Here is DIY number 2. So for this DIY, I got this piece at a thrift store for 75 cents. And then I am going to also use one of these crates from Dollar Tree. This heart I got from Amazon, some foam, floral foam from Dollar Tree, my Scrabble letters I got from Amazon, my Waverly chalk paint in the color Elephant, and some florals from Dollar Tree and Hobby Lobby. So I got this oscillating multi-tool from my husband for Christmas, and it has a sander part on it, which I loved. So I'm just using it here to sand. I really wanted to sand off those little teddy bears on the top, but I just kind of went around and gave it a good sanding to make sure everything was all smooth. Then once I was all done, I used my Waverly chalk paint in the color Elephant and gave that and the crate a good painting. Then I'm taking my Waverly chalk paint in the color Cashew, and I am doing some heavy dry brushing, or distressing is probably a better word for that, all over the board, as you can see here. And then after I do this board, I will also do that crate as well. Now, if you don't like distressing, you don't have to do this. This is just kind of giving you, again, some inspiration and some ideas of things that you can make. If you guys are liking today's video, I would encourage you to hit that thumbs up and comment. That really does help my channel grow. It helps YouTube notice me a little bit more, so they will promote my videos for others to see. I would really appreciate that, guys. So then after I get this all done, I use my hot glue gun, and I'm going to glue that crate right onto the bottom portion of this sign. Now, I don't know what this sign was originally used for, because it had a weird little bar on top of it with some screws. I have no idea what they used it for, but it was kind of weird. So we had to pull out the screws and everything. It took a little bit. I didn't show you that, but we got it all taken care of. So once I got that crate glued on, I took my Scrabble letters and my square ruler here, and I'm just using that to help keep my letters straight. And I am just hot gluing my letters onto my board here that I have. And it just says, "Let love grow." And I thought, you know, Valentine's Day is coming up, and this board has a heart on it. So I thought this might be a good start to my Valentine's DIYs. So once I had those all on there, I took the floral foam and I'm just sticking it inside. I didn't glue it. And then I took some lace that I got from Hobby Lobby this winter. I used it for my vintage Christmas tree that I used with all lace on. I'll link that in my description box below if you haven't seen it. And I just glued that onto the front of the crate. And then I used these rub-on transfers that I got from Dollar Tree. And I am just putting that onto that heart. And as you might have noticed earlier, I did paint that with my Cashew color. But I was having such a hard time with these transfers. Normally they rub off onto the image really easily, but this time I was really having a hard time with getting them to completely rub onto my heart there. So once I had that all on, I took my elephant in this little stencil brush from Dollar Tree, and I'm just lightly going around the edge. I kind of wanted it to have a little more of an older, distressed look a little bit. Not a heavy distress, but just a little bit. So once I have that all done, I'm going to just do a little small brushing in the front. You'll see me do here in just a moment. And then I am going to hot glue that as well to the front of my crate. And then after I'm done with that, I took some of these roses that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just placing some inside that floral foam. And then I will also take some eucalyptus that I got from Walmart and some lavender that I got from Dollar Tree this last spring. And I'm just going to fill up this crate with those flowers. And I decided to use these flowers because I'm going to put this in my bathroom or my bedroom, which has purple right now. But I just thought, I love purple. It's my favorite color. So, and I really love the way this turned out too. So I'm probably going to put it next to my bathtub so that I can look at it when I'm relaxing at night. And I'm just going to fill this up. And after I get it all filled up, I take some more of that lace, and I forgot to use the spackling to fill the holes where those screws were. So I just decided to use this lace to wrap around the top part of this board and cover that up. And I just think it looks really pretty. I love the way this came out. It's kind of a little shabby chic, I think. You'll have to let me know if you think it's a little shabby chic as well. But that's all I did for that. And there it is. And I love it. You'll have to let me know in the comment box below what you think of this one. Make sure you check out my link tree in my description box below so that you can see all the different links that I have in there. You can follow me on social media, buy me a coffee, see my Chalk Couture site, all kinds of stuff. So DIY number 3. So I, last fall, I made these like window frames to go next to our bedroom TV. And I like to put a little wreath on it. I had made a fall wreath. And so I thought, you know, now that fall and Christmas is over, I need something to put on there for the springtime or for now. So I decided to make these 2 wreaths for it. So I'm using those beads I got from Amazon. I'm using these wreath forms from Dollar Tree, and then some more of the same flowers that I used in the previous DIYs. So there I am. I've got my protective eye gear on, and I'm using my husband's Dremel. And what I'm doing is I just want to use the end or the outer ring of the wreath form. So I was just cutting all the little connecting pieces off with that Dremel. And, you know, if you ever use a Dremel, I know it might be kind of scary when you see those little flames or sparks going everywhere. But, you know, if you are using the right equipment, it's really not that scary at all. So here I just realized I didn't get all of it done. So I'm just holding it or putting it back in, whatever that thing is my husband calls it. I don't remember. And there, I got it all off. And then after that, I decided I better take where the seam is, where it's connected, and I'm just going to cut that seam as well. That way I can put the beads on this wreath form. And it just took a few seconds there, and that's all there was. So after I was done with that, I took it back into my craft room, and it does leave, when you do that, it does still leave little teeny edges where those connectors were. So sometimes on some of the beads, you just kind of have to screw it a little bit and it goes through. I did have a couple that maybe the holes were a little smaller, and I couldn't get it to go through, but for the most part, I was able to get them all to go through, just with an exception of a few. So once I think I got like 31 beads on each wreath. No, I did 32. I was going to do 31 and I added one more. So once that was done, I took this floral foam and I am just pushing the ends of that wreath inside the foam. Then I took my ribbon here and I'm just making my Brenda bow by doing the awareness ribbon, then our sign, and then scrunching in the middle, and then I'm just using a twist tie here to tie the bow together, and then I'm going to wrap it with some jute string as well, or jute rope. Now you might see on that wreath form it has the white foam. I was going to try using that white foam, but it was just way too hard to get all the florals in, so I ended up not using that white one and just using the green floral foam instead. So once I had this rope all around covering that white twist tie, I'm just going to poke the twist tie into that floral foam. And it was a little tricky because, you know, it does kind of want to bend when you do that. So you just kind of have to be patient and just work with it. And once I got it through, I'm just going to tie the two ends of the twist tie together. And you want to be careful. You don't want to go all the way through that floral foam when you're tying it together. So then I just go through and I just start adding the roses and the lavender and the lamb's ear all around to cover up that foam and to just make it look pretty. And that's all there was. I did this to both of them. And I love the way this came out. I can't wait to hang them up in my bedroom, but I think they are so pretty. And it matches my purple bedspread that I have right now. So here is the reveal of those. You'll have to let me know what you think of them, but it was super easy. And like I said, if you try using any of these kinds of power tools, use caution, but don't be afraid to try it because it really is pretty fun when you do use them. So here's the final reveal of all 3 projects. Let me know what you think, what your favorite one was, and if you think you will be recreating any of them yourself. And let me know if you are new here. I'd love to get to know you a little bit better. And you guys, I really would like to hit 5,000 subscribers by my anniversary of March 5th, which was my very first DIY video on YouTube, but I don't know what's going on. My subscriber counts have been slowly growing right now. So if you like this video, share it with someone you know and encourage them to subscribe. So I would really appreciate that. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will be back on Friday with another collaboration video. I will not be back tomorrow since I did this one today, but I will be on Friday. So I hope you have a great week and I will see you then. Bye-bye.